folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
Today, Mr. Brad, we're going to talk about simple stretching for plantar fasciitis plus a bonus. We're always trying to deliver more, Brad.
Right. It's always a good practice to give a little more than you...
Right. You said you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we're going to...
That's a lesson to learn in life, by the way.
Right.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also go over to Facebook, because this is the saddest tale of all. Brad and I, as children, were not liked, bullied, picked on, and we're trying to turn things around so that, we feel better about ourselves now.
Yeah, we're going to get in trouble for that someday.
I know. All right, so Brad, what are we talking about here? What is plantar fasciitis?
Plantar fasciitis. Okay, so this is something I would say a majority of the people experience sometime during their life.
Yeah, it's pretty prevalent.
Right, and there's some theories on why. I'm not going to get into that. But in the case is the plantar means the bottom. Plantar fascia is the bottom of the foot, the fascia tissues that, if you look at my foot, I've taken the liberty to color them black with black lines. That represents
I was worried that was mold from your foot,
oh,
like
no,
a fungus or something that you developed.
No, I took a shower this morning.
Okay, so...
And so it goes from the toes. It's just not from the forefoot to the heel. It's from the toes all the way down to the heel. Now, you can see I have a red mark right here. That is a very common symptom point of pain. If you push on there, usually that's one of the hot spots.
That's quite often the tender spot.
But that's not the spot you always want to focus on, but it is a common symptom. And then if you look at the line I drew on my foot, I didn't stop at the heel. It goes around the heel and all the way up into the calf muscle.
It's connecting into other stuff through the fascia.
Correct.
It's not all one piece, but it becomes kind of almost one unit.
Right, precisely, Bob. And that's why we got simple stretching is the title of this video. And we're not just going to stretch the plantar fascia, we're going to actually stretch the whole unit and get the calf muscle as well.
See, the idea is quite often that fascia got tore, maybe some micro tears in it.
Sure.
And as it's healing, we want to stretch it so that it stays stretched out and it stays lengthened and it's stronger in a lengthened position.
Right. So once it's healed, it's not tight, and then you can get back to your recent activities at the same level you were before. Which reminds me, by the way, I am kind of dedicating this video not just to all the plantar fasciitis victims, but Trey, who happens to be a friend of mine, Trey from Milwaukee School of Engineering. He's in college and he's competing, running faster than you can imagine, and he has this. So Trey, I want you to pay attention, do this, you're going to get better.
You forgot to mention something, though. Trey dates your daughter.
Oh, that's true. That is very true.
Trey, if he hasn't said it already, you be a gentleman.
There's no problem. He is. He's really
a good man. Okay, good to hear that.
No concerns. I'm proud to have him dating my daughter. But anyways, let's get back to the stretching, Bob. Okay. So how are we going to stretch it so we get the whole unit from the toe to the knee? Okay?
Right.
So here we go. We're going to start out with the calf muscle. Large muscle, there's a couple, 3 muscles that we're really getting at, 2 of them in particular. It's not important that we name them now, but a simple way to do it, and a lot of people do it, is the simple wall stretch, where we go like this.
He's stretching the one, he's not stretching. Which one are you stretching, Brad?
Right now I'm doing the gastroc because my knee is straight.
What I'm saying is, Brad, you're not stretching the one that's bare-skinned right now.
No, I'm doing it this way.
He's stretching the one in the back.
I don't like to do this stretch barefooted. I would prefer you do this with a shoe on, although you can do it barefooted. I think you just get...
So he's stretching the hind leg right now.
Right. Here, let me expose it.
Yeah, there we go.
So we're getting that right there.
And he needs to keep the heel down.
Right.
If your heel comes up, you're not really stretching it. And you're stretching it both with the leg straight and the leg bent, right?
Yeah, and then I'm going to do a leg bent. Then the heel does kind of come up and you get the stretch deeper in the soleus muscle. Here we're getting the gastroc and then the soleus. And I like the whole, you can hold that up to 30 seconds, or you can do the on-off where you go pressure on, pressure off, and do that 5 to 10 times. Okay? Now, so that's going to get this part from the here to here. The other really nice way, if you happen to have an inclined board to stretch, that I feel is superior to the wall stretch. You can just relax more with it. And this, you pretty much, I really feel you should have a shoe on for this for sure. And here I do it with the knee straight, soleus.
And you can see his full weight is on
Gas
there.
strap,
He has
yep.
no weight on this one.
Yep.
So it gives it a good stretch.
There we go. And you know, you might as well stretch both legs.
Yep.
You know, do the other one so you help prevent any potential for that one to get plantar fasciitis. So that takes care of from here to here. Now
Right.
we want to get from here to here, but I think, would you agree, Bob? We don't ever want to just focus here to here. We want to think us from here
All the way into the toes.
to the toe.
Yep. Get them all right away.
Right. Now this one, probably with the shoe off, is more
Yes.
effective. I call it the figure 4 stretch because I'm stretching in a figure 4 because this would be seated figure 4. That's therapy talk, at least my therapy
Yeah,
talk.
in your world.
In my world.
In Brad's world.
Yeah, what happens there? So we're not just going to pull here. We're going to wrap around the toe, and you can see I'm going to extend not just the great toe, although I'm going to focus on that, but get all the toes and get that stretch in here and pull that up.
What's nice about this one is that I coach my patients to do this right away in the morning before they get out of bed.
Okay.
Because one of the things about plantar fasciitis, it's healing all night long, and then you step on it, and quite often you break open what was healing.
And it's painful.
And it's painful. So you want to stretch before you even get out of bed, and then you want to put shoes on before you even, step on it.
Right. Right.
So
in bed, you still do
gonna
the
move these
figure
out of the way,
4.
Brad. Hold on.
So we can
There
go
we go.
just like this, and you can stretch while you're in bed, waking up, and have it be part of your
Then put your shoes
ritual.
on. The other time of day, Brad, that I have people do it is if they've been sitting a while.
Okay.
I'll often say, before you even get up and start walking, go ahead and give yourself a stretch.
Right.
Maybe slip that shoe off and
Sure.
clear out the office, and then and give it a stretch.
Yep.
But it's really important. I mean, what's like about this stretch? You can do it 6-7 times a day.
Right. Yep.
Just for
keep
30
after it.
seconds, to a minute.
Right. Yep. So again, you can hold it for that 30 seconds, or if you want to stretch on and off, what works better for you.
And the studies have shown that stretching alone eventually takes away the problem.
But it's important to get that great toe, the big toe,
the
and
great
the
toe,
toes to
yes,
go with it.
exactly.
Now, in a seated position or kneeling position, I'm going to do this one with the shoe on. You can do this, and this uses your body weight, and it gets that toe. And I'm rocking my hips over and using my body weight. Now, you want to use this with good control.
Do you have your shoe on or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we can do it this way so you can see it better, too. That's why we're...
I was going to say, that's one you would probably want your shoe on again, wouldn't you, Brad?
Yeah, I would say you can do it either
Either
way.
way.
Like on this, on hard floor, I want my shoe on.
Right,
If I got
that's
some
what I mean.
carpeting,
Yeah.
I'll probably do it with, may do it with my shoe off. But you'll get the feeling of that stretch.
The stretching really is the key part to the treatment.
Sure.
But in addition to that, should we give them a couple bonuses?
Yeah,
here, Brad?
let's get into the
Probably the
bonus area.
massage.
Sure.
You want to show the massage?
Yep. With massage, you definitely have to have the shoe off.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. So here we got that fascia. You're going to go in that figure 4 position, and if you can get someone else to do this for you, great.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck. But you're going to get in here. The fibers go this way. We're going to do a cross fiber massage. The forces are going this direction. And you're not just going to go in and on top of the skin. You're going to push in deep, and you're going to work back and forth. And you can do some crosses like this, or work the thumbs together. And you're going to work this until your thumbs get tired.
Right.
And even then, it could be longer than that. But that's always a limiting factor for most everyone. And there's usually that hot spot there. You can work on that, but only if after 20, 30 seconds it starts to feel better. If it just continues to be an irritant, then stay away from that.
Yeah, work around it.
Yep.
So.
Precisely, Bob. And you can work it all over, and then give some stretches to that toe, get that toe extension. Now the other thing, if you happen to have, and I know this is a symptom of a trace, is out of bed in the morning hurts, so you can do the stretching, or we can go to this night splint.
Sure.
And splint that foot up in a neutral position, so as it heals, it's in the lengthened position, and it's much better, much more tolerable in the morning.
Yeah, good point, Brad. We did a video actually reviewing 3 different splints. We like this one. I like the other one too, the sock one. But
Sure.
This one was called, I want to make sure I got it right, Brad. It's the Braceability. I'll put a link down below.
Sure.
Sleeping Stretch Boost. Braceability Sleeping Stretch Boot for plantar
Boot,
fasciitis.
yes.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and describe it,
Yeah,
Brad?
so this one, the nice thing about this one, we talk about getting the toes up. It has an actual wedge shape.
And they said that adds another 5 degrees.
And you get that under your big toe. Now, Bob, the thing that works out nice is once you get it strapped on, it's all easy, quick disconnect.
Yeah, you just adjust these so they're nice and snug against your leg.
Yeah, so there, and you do a little bit of this. Bob's already adjusted it for himself. But show him this, Bob, because this is the part
This
that's
is the key
important.
part, right.
Can you? It's easier to do it for by yourself.
So you're going to want to bring the foot up a little bit to a comfortable level though yet, and you may not know what that is, but see, I can just pull on this and I secure them, and now my foot is a little bit
Sure.
dorsiflexed. And the key with this though is, again, has to be comfortable. I know my wife wore one of these boots. In the middle of the night, she's readjusting it.
You could hear Velcro.
Yeah, because it was too tight. It was keeping her awake. And so you need to find that perfect level where it stretches it, but yet it won't keep you awake at night.
It's like that sweet spot.
That sweet spot. That's the word I was looking for. Brad.
Right. So, and your wife had tremendous success with this. Was like the key to her success. Wasn't it?
This was. I mean, it was amazing the turnaround with it. I won't say that's going to happen for everybody because it certainly won't.
Right.
But it was really strange how well it worked for her because we had been doing all these other things and it gotten slightly better. But with this, it was like within 2 days.
Sure.
It was shocking.
I think one of the keys with Plantar is don't let it get too bad where it's debilitating. Once you feel it, you got to nip it in the bud.
Right.
Not in the butt, but the bud.
Right.
That's like when the tree blossoms, you get the bud off.
I got it, Brad.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain it to me.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. But anyways, it's all part of, getting things better in our life. So Trey, good luck with this. And I'll expect to see an incredible 1,500-meter run this weekend.
Cool. See you later.